Growing up, I have 3 brothers. I'm the third son out of 4. 2 loving parents, grew up in church. So yeah, my faith as a kid was a lot more about religion and, following the rules. And it was more just like kind of following my parents' faith and, this is what they do and I'm under them. And so I'm going to listen to that. And yeah, junior high was kind of that time for me where I started becoming isolated, insecure. I started overeating. Yeah, and then just my self-image and who I thought I was and what I found identity in and what I thought of myself were really low. I compared myself to other people all the time. Never felt like I was good enough, athletic enough, or, even in school, like I was smart enough. Like all these just thoughts were building up and building up. I graduated, that was the COVID year. Then came all the actual isolation forcibly and kind of just reached like an all-time low of just, isolation, overeating, gained a ton of weight and just, really not like just waking up and being like, why am I here? What am I doing? And my connection to my faith at that time in my life, was definitely, show up on Sunday and take in the message and feel convicted. And then you go into the week and then you live the week how you live your week every week. Yeah, around 3 years ago now, kind of after this, trying to just fill my life with worldly things, just the continual cycle of like, I'm going to try to fill this hole with this thing. It didn't work, or this thing and it didn't work. And I just grew tired of that. And so there's very clearly something missing in my life. And I've spent years and years trying to fill that. So from afar, I had some friends, they were trying out a new church and, maybe I'll just connect with them and I'll see how it goes and I'll attend there with them. And kind of through that process, it became very clear to me that there is something very real here in terms of Jesus actually filling that hole in my heart. I just made that decision to pursue him fully with my whole heart and my whole life. And since deciding that I'm just gonna make him Lord of my life, he has done so much healing in my life. Community started feeling less daunting or lonely, and my eating habits got better, like specifically in the ways of identity and the way I view myself. Just actually getting to know God's loving character, that, he's made me with a purpose and he's made me specifically in mind. I actually don't need to rely fully on myself. Like I don't need to be everything for all people, because that's what he is. I think baptism was something I did consider when I was in my younger years, kind of in those 13, 14, 15-year-old ages. I think I felt for a long time like the ship sailed for me. Like, I should have made the decision to be baptized a long time ago. Just kind of on a whim, I ran into an old friend who invited me out to Celebration for the Monday Night Connect group for the young adults. And instantly made a few connections with people who just poured into my life so heavily and kind of just continued on from there. And coming to Celebration was a very big time where God started to kind of plant the seed of baptism for me. And through little moments, people asking me about baptism, watching a bunch of other people's baptism, and continually God has just spoken to me about it quietly, and the last kind of couple months have been louder and louder voices, just like, God saying, this is the path I need you to take, and I want you to be obedient to me in this way. And so I think at this point, it's very clear to me that I want to honor that, really just respond in that grateful way of dying to my old self and coming out of the water a new person in Christ. So I just want to respond to him faithfully in that.